Hey folks, I've been getting hounded to hit 60 already, so I've been trying to put all my free time towards just that. I'm level 51 now. I'm going to give you all a quick update on the leveling in this episode, and we'll get to see a bit of how ZF looks on Official Classic. Enjoy! Alright, so here we are in ZF with a whole bunch of zombies just farming it up, and we do have something of an odd group composition here. We got me with the Ravager, and I just got a proc. We have a Warlock there who just used Howl of Terror, and I'm going to pop a potion while I'm at it because I am looking a little bit low. We have a Druid tank, a Rogue DPS, and a Paladin healer for the lovely, lovely Wisdom Red Aura Thorns. My Bladestorm broke. I can pop off a multi-shot before going right back into the Bladestorm. But I am looking kind of low, so I break it early in order to drop an explosive trap. Then I chain an iron grenade onto the end of that explosive trap before stepping out once again to pop off the auto, multi-auto combo, and then go back in to finish it up in melee. I've quite improved since since that other ZF, you know? That was a long time ago, and here we are in the future, where everything is fun and clean. Speaking of fun and clean, good clean fun, we're gonna go pull everything on these here stairs, and everything will not be chaotic in the slightest. I've got an explosive trap ticking away down there, but I'm going to add a frost trap to that to slow them down, and I'm going to go right into the dragon gun. It's a symphony of frost and flame up in here. Now, unfortunately, I do take the brunt of the aggro here, and also the brunt of the damage, so I'm going to pop a potion, break dragon gun a little bit too early, and we're going to move up here, after popping off this multi-shot, to alternate attacks between the targets on the stairs and the targets that manage to catch up to me. Now, my multi-shot is off cooldown once again, but rather than use it blindly on a few targets, I'm going to go straight in for the explosive trap to eliminate a whole bunch of the low HP ones. And now that they're thinned out a little bit, I can precisely use multi-shot on the few targets that survived in order to get them just as slow. And now we're back to the normal chain pulling. The normal rapid chain pulling, because they never stop coming on this event. I step out for the multi-shot, but unfortunately it does not go off because I do get a target running in at me. I can pop it off right here. Whoever came up with this event, I unironically love you, because this is a fantastic event. We got a whole party of NPCs, we got a whole party of players, and a whole lot of non-elite, mostly non-elite trolls, which are perfect for swallowing up in the Bladestorm. And speaking of which, we're doing some right now. We're swallowing them up in the eye of the storm. We just got another proc on the tail end of that one because, well, Bladestorms can proc more Bladestorms, and the more mobs there are, the more reliable it is. And here we are with another proc, and even more mobs. This is what it's like to be a mage. You AoE everything, and it all flops over dead. It's a whole lot of fun. I love it. But who needs a mage when we have the Ravager? We got a whole lot of zombies here once again, and we're going to go ahead and Bladestorm them. What else do we do with zombies but carve them up like Thanksgiving dinner? And speaking of which, I hope you guys had a lovely Thanksgiving weekend. It was a lot of fun for me. I got a big family. I'm pretty busy, but let's stay focused on the killing of the zombies here. A whole bunch of them just went down in a whirlwind of fire and death, but I do want to show you guys something really cool about the zombies in Official Classic while we're here. Now you see that zombie all the way on the right there? Now, the zombies don't actually do anything until after they get to where they need to be. So if you, say, for example, lay down a frost trap between where the zombies spawn and where they need to go, you can go ahead and damage them with free reign until they get there, and then they'll aggro onto you. So you can potentially pull a lot more than you could normally handle, simply because they won't be attacking until they get where they need to go. It's a neat little trick, and I certainly recommend trying it out, because it is a lot of fun. We're having fun here. The people are a little bit low, but that's not going to stop us. It's not going to kill anyone, because well, we got the Ravager here. No one dies when the Ravager is around. No one truly dies, because your physical body may cease all functions, but it will be glorious and spectacular every time, if ever you do happen to die somehow. So it's not truly a death, is it? Anyway, let's pull some more over here. Our druid here has used Hurricane while they were on their way to the spot. So that was able to give her plenty of aggro on the very start of the fight, which allows us to go ahead and Bladestorm without the need for, say, a potion or something of the sort. Our paladin can simply spam heals on the druid, and everything is hunky-dory in zul'farrak. And we'll finish that pull off with a dead zone shot. But anyway, on to the next pull. Now we got a whole bunch of zombies here who are on their way to the spot, so we're going to use a multi into volley. Our druid is hurricaning away, and hurricane is actually quite powerful, so that's going to give her plenty of aggro, and it's going to scatter some damage around for us. And now that the zombies are not going anywhere, now that they're stacking up on our druid, we can go in for the Bladestorm, which we just got, which is going to carve up all those zombies really good. Now I am taking a bit of aggro, so I'm going to feign death and drop an explosive trap. That'll help me ditch some of my aggro before I go in for the dragon gun. Now I do have some aggro once again, so I'm going to pop a healing potion before I die here. But I do get a little bit overzealous, because rather than, say, pop deterrence or duck out and use multi-shot, I get another Bladestorm proc and I decide to sit in it, which is not a good idea at that time. Should have popped deterrence, should have ducked out for the multi-shot. What can you do? You learn and move on. On to the next pull. We got a whole lot of zombies in the frost trap, in the storm right here. And it's going to help our druid. I'm going to get a Bladestorm proc preemptively, or I'm going to try for it. I do not get it, so I'm going to duck out and see about, say, the volley once again. The volley deals very low damage in comparison, so it's pretty solid for not pulling aggro on a whole lot of mobs you don't want to pull aggro on. I'm going to pop an explosive trap off too, because I'm not getting any luck on the procs. And an iron grenade, we can chain that on the end of that. Again, grenades are not for damage, but I don't have any crystal charges on me, I don't have any dynamite. So, we're just going to have to cope with what we've got. We've still got no procs, but perhaps it's what I deserve after that last pull, eh? Doesn't mean we can't duck out and pop off the multi-shot and still deal respectable damage despite being in melee a lot of the time. Here we go, we got another Bladestorm on this last pull here, which is not so big, but it's just about right. It's just right. And we go out for the multi-shot before going back in for another Bladestorm. That is some good luck right there. That is exactly the sort of luck you want to see. Just enough, but not too much. Although this here is it just procced again. That's RNG for you. What can you do? If there are a few targets like this, you do kind of hope that you'll get the opportunity to multi-shot some more. But if that doesn't happen, if you keep getting more procs, like another one we just got, then whatever works, right? Now here we are on the stairs again. I just got a Bladestorm proc, so I'm going to quickly use Rapture to gather a whole bunch more into it. Our proc just refreshed, which is great timing, because we got a whole bunch more incoming. Which does seem to work out pretty well. I can pop a potion because I'm taking quite a lot of damage here. And I'm going to feign death in order to drop an explosive trap, but I do get a resist. So that is unfortunate, but I do have a backup plan in case that does not work. I pop my dragon gun right here in order to get rid of them. Because we got to get rid of them fast. If the Bladestorm does not work, then we got to have a backup plan. And then if that does not work, we have another backup plan in the dragon gun. We just fired off a dead zone shot, got another Bladestorm, and a few more trolls are going to walk right into it. Rapture is ready to pull some more for us once again. There are only a few left down there, so we might as well bring them up here into the meat grinder, because we are still getting procs. We're getting procs for days. And I'm going to pop off the multi-shot right here because my Bladestorm has finally dropped. So we got to be attentive to that. We got to be ready to use the multi-shot as soon as the opportunity presents itself. Or rather, the auto multi-auto combo. There we go. We've weaved out for a multi-shot. Very unfortunately, the Bladestorm does drop off at exactly the wrong time, but I did have an explosive trap down there preemptively, just in case that happened. And I've got another one lined up right about now. not only to drop my aggro, but also to dish out a whole bunch more damage. Now, rather than go straight into the aggro grenade, I'm going to pop up a multi-shot right there before going into another Bladestorm. But I did have the grenade ready, in case I needed it, because the first rule to building a bomb is to always make 2. So, we did get the Bladestorm, that's good luck. If that does not happen, you keep explosives on you, just in case you need them, and you will need them. But here I have the grenade available, so I can pop it off right here. Since we do have a whole bunch of mobs, and I'm not getting too much good luck on the procs. But that's alright, we will get the luck eventually. When there are more mobs, because these ones are all dead. Here we are, we have a whole bunch more mobs now. The other ones are dead. These ones are alive, but not for very long. Because we're bladestorming here. This event is a lot of fun. Have I said that already? I think I have not said that already. I've not expressed how fun this is. A little dead zone shot right there to finish off that one. And you know what? We're going to go check out the boss, the final boss, while we're here. We did actually go kill the final boss. It was not just AoE runs. We're going to use a frost trap here, because these guys are really nasty. And we did get lucky with the Bladestorm proc. But that's not all we're going to do here. Now that the Bladestorm is dropped off, we're going to move over here and use multi-shot. We're gonna weave in and out. And rather than go for the target closest to me for the melee weaving, I'm actually going to the center target where possible. Because, well, just in case I do get a proc with the Ravager, I do want to be close to all of the targets. But otherwise, I'm gonna weave out, hit the furthest target, because that's the easiest to hit. That's the easiest to get away from. And then I can go in and smack the target that is closest to me. Here we go on the boss, and this is actually a super precise kill. So we're going to open with the auto-aimed auto-multi-auto combo before fading all of our aggro off and dropping an immolation trap. Now we're not just going to use our normal range stuff here, we're also going to pop off a Serpent Sting on the ad and also on the boss using the mouse over macro, before focusing down the ad with our standard range rotation, that being aimed auto-multi use. However, the damage cycle for this weapon, that being the skill-splitting crossbow, happens to work out. The ad is down, and the boss is in the ideal position for some melee weaving, so I go in and get a wing clip off. The auto-swing does not go off, so I go in once again for a Raptor Strike, which does go off, but does not crit. For some reason, the tank is moving the boss around a lot right now, which could be disadvantageous, but we use it to our advantage for melee weaving, just like we use this aim shot crit that pulled aggro for our advantage, because we can pop off an immolation trap on the boss without having to go anywhere. There are some more ads over here, so I use my multi-shot on them instead, and quickly get an iron grenade off before they spread out a little bit too much. I do have aggro on a whole bunch of them now, but one of them is over there, so I use that one for the dead zone shot before finishing off one of these guys in melee, getting another white swing off, and a white shot off to finish the fight. Here we are at the beginning of the instance once again, and well, we really do want to be at the graveyard in order to soak up all that juicy undead XP, but we gotta get there first, so I do want to show you guys what it's like to get there. We're gonna weave out right here for the multi-shot and the dead zone shot while we can, before going in for the Bladestorm, which we happen to get right here. We get one tick off with 3 targets, but there are only 2 now. That's fine, we get some good mileage out of the Bladestorm, and I did use my pet in order to kill that totem right there. Scattershot did not work, so I used Feign Death in order to get off the dead zone shot once again, and then I weave in for a little Raptor Strike. Weave out for the shot, a weave in for the melee, weave out for the shot, and you'll notice that I used a few white swings and stuff right there because I did want a little bit of mana regeneration. That target's dead, and this target is the only one remaining. So I can get one more Raptor Strike off before dashing away and finishing the fight with an auto shot. Here we are on the next pull, and that target is getting rapidly melted because it is a Shadowcaster, and those guys are very, very weak. The Blood Drinkers, though, those guys are, well, they heal depending on how many mobs are in melee. I think they have like an AoE life drain or something, so the more targets that are in melee, the more durable they will be. Yeah, just a heads up for any of you guys with a melee heavy composition in here. Gotta be really quick, gotta stun them a whole bunch, or gotta be prepared to deal with their healing. They're not too durable if we can alternate attacks on them, which we just did. So they're going down pretty easily, just like all the rest, just like the zombies, easy. A couple of swings should finish that one off. We're gonna pull this next one with an aimed auto multi-auto combo. We did not get 3 targets with that multi-shot, but that's okay. We're going to bring all these guys in close and try for a Bladestorm since there are 4 of these guys. The Lava Sprout totem was taken out by someone else. I apologize. I should be using my pet's mouse over macro to hit him. We did get a dead zone shot that time. And here we can use our pet to take out that healing ward. The mouse over function on the pet control macro, the pet attack, is really helpful for this sort of thing. We only got 2 targets with that multi-shot too, so not exactly ideal timing, but it's still powerful enough. It's good enough for killing these guys. But you do want to be attentive to that. You do want to be attentive to whatever missed opportunities you have. You know, maybe you could have pulled one into position between them, bridged the gap, but there's only so much you could do, right? That one is pretty healed up. We're gonna just loot that really quick before stepping over this way, following that one, pursuing it over here with our shots in. And no swings today. Well, not until right now anyway. Just to finish it off, there are 2 more mobs over here, and rather than drop anything else, I'm just going to use a frost trap. Those are very cheap. You can spit those out for next to nothing. And these 2 are in a great position for some alternating of attacks. So we're going to do that. Swing, shoot, swing, shoot. And in this sort of position where they're close to each other, but also one at range, one in melee, we also have the opportunity for more multi-shots. So that's certainly what we're going to do. That one's on me now, so I'm going to run back this way through the trap in order to get a little bit more mileage out of it. Maybe we can get a detrapment proc too. Doesn't really matter, it's just about dead. Like these zombies are about to be. I did manage to hearth back. I got myself rank 2 volley, which is ticking for 65 per. Not fantastic, but also not terrible either. It's just about as good as my dragon gun. And that'll be outclassed by rank 3 volley. But that's for another time. Right now I'm trying to get a Bladestorm. We still have our Warlock with us, so that's certainly going to help our AoE. But I've also got to help, because without a mage, we don't have super duper reliable AoE. We did get a Bladestorm, so that will hopefully help us out plenty. I'm taking a bit of aggro here, so I popped the turrets. I learned from last time. So I'm not going to die this time. I break Bladestorm early to pop the deterrents, get the heal off, and this is a successful pull and kill. Here we are back on the stairs again, and well, this never gets old. You know, I probably did 100 runs yesterday, or maybe the day before. I don't remember. It's been a long weekend. It's been a whole lot of AoE. The runs kind of blended together after a while, and you know, I did what I could. I did what I could to level up. It's been nothing but Bladestorms, explosive traps, lots of AoE, and lots of fun too. And we certainly made quite a lot of progress because I have dinged level 51. I can use the Heart-Seeking Crossbow. We've only got 9 levels left, and I'm going to have to start doing BRD AoE farms soon. But by the way, folks, you know, part of the reason that I've been dilly-dallying on the whole leveling up thing is because, well, we only get to see low-level content once. You know, we're never going to see skull levels in World PvP once we hit 60. We're never going to have to deal without certain abilities like volley or something once we hit level 40 and up. And sure, you know, I like to take things slowly just because that's how I like to play. But part of the reason is because I do want things to be good and varied for you guys. You know, a lot of people rushed up to 60, and they don't really have too much content to put out other than, say, farming or molten core. So, look, a whole bunch of my friends want to do some PvP with me at 60 when Battlegrounds hit. And a whole bunch of you guys want to see some DMT farming. I'm certainly going to see what I can do with that regard. But most of all, I just don't want things to get stale. So listen up, folks. If you found this series entertaining so far, I want to know what you would like to see at 60, alright? You can tell me in the comments, you can tell me in the live chat, you can tell me in the Discord, linked in the description, and I will be sure to read all of your comments and really consider it, alright? I want to know what it is I should be doing, what it is that you guys want to see, and I'll do it, alright? That's all I wanted to say. Let's focus up on the run once again. So we've been killing it on the stairs event, literally. We've been killing them all, and just check out this chain of procs we get right here. I get one Bladestorm right here. I had to put a counter at the top of the screen because I actually lost count. There's the second proc. The proc just refreshed. There's a third proc. It just refreshed again. 4 procs in a row. Can we get any more? This is absolutely insane. There's a fifth proc. Proc number 6. And they just keep coming into the Bladestorm. Oh, it's glorious. I love this weapon. There's number 7, proc number 7, and they're still coming. They're still coming into the Bladestorm. Proc number 8. And one more proc on the very end of that. They're still, well, they're just about dying right now, but wasn't that an insane chain of procs, you guys? That was, I was quite pleased with how that turned out. That was a lot of fun to see, and that was a lot of fun to do. This fellow here is immune to physical attacks now, but I can drop an explosive trap since there are 4 targets, and hit him up a little bit too. I should have used my Raptor Strike on the target that was not physical damage immune. It was just the instinct to go for the one that was closest to me. It's dead now anyway, so it's not like it matters. Let's check out Sergeant Bly while we're here. I just pop off a multi-shot across 3 of these guys here, and I'm going to go in for an explosive trap. Rapid fire is active, so I do want to stay at range, make the most use out of it. Let's get another multi-shot off here, and we'll try to pop off an aim shot on the very end of rapid fire. Bly is on me, but he's in a great position for some alternating of attacks right now, so we're gonna do that. We just bridged the gap across Raven on our last multi-shot, and now it's Bly by himself, so we're going to use Cheetah. He's got wing clip, and we're just going to set our step away from him. He is wing clipped, but I am also kind of out of mana. I'll see what I can do to pop a concussive shot off. Our warrior should be hamstringing him, but for some reason he's not. My concussive shot is off, so that'll help for 4 seconds. Toggle Cheetah off, run in for a minute. I popped Cheetah on a little bit too early, so I'm just going to sit here for a moment and use a Death Ray. I got it up, we might as well finish this armored target off. It's a good 939, that can help. And why don't we step out one more time, just for one more auto shot while we're here. And right here. Boop. We're back at the beginning of the instance once again, and, well, we're not going to stick around for too much longer, but there is something at the end of the instance, or sorry, at the graveyard rather, that I do want to show you guys. And that is, well, we don't have any reliable AoE in this group. We have 2 rogues and me. So we're going to get back to the graveyard, and we're going to do a little bit of chain pulling before we call it for tonight. So, first we got to get there, though. I'm just going to get a little DZS Raptor off on this mob right here while finishing off that one over there. This mob will run in fear very shortly. And now that it is running in fear, I can safely start an aim shot on the next target, which happens to be the lowest level there. Which is good, because as long as it's the lowest level, it's the easiest target to fire on. It has the lowest defense. We'll do a little bit more damage. And here we go, we've got a Bladestorm proc with 3 mobs here. Multi-shot is off cooldown, but we're also kind of out of mana, so this is a good spot to be. Now that Bladestorm is gone, we've got to get the multi-shot off, and we do get the DZS. Which is good news for us, because, well, being kind of we need all the advantages that we could possibly get. Besides alternating attacks and all that. Here we are on the, we're entering the wider area here. And these witch doctors over here, they can drop their totems all they'd like. We'll have to use our pet attack to get rid of them. Once again, the mouse over macro is very useful for getting rid of those totems. Because the cat just needs one hit. One hit to get rid of him. And of course we're using Broken Tooth, the fastest cat in the game. So that'll certainly help our pace here. Now here we are with a whole bunch of zombies here, and really there's no reason to pull more than 1 grave at a time. The idea with chain pulling is that you pull one thing, or, you know, however many are pulled from a single grave, and you burst it down, and then you pull the next thing when that target is very low, so that you can move on immediately to the next target. I've handed our our druid multiple mana potions. She can pop them on cooldown, which I've asked her to do. So we're going to try to chain pull as well as we possibly can. 3 targets, though, does give us the opportunity to multi-shot, so that is a happy number for me, if not for our rogues. Although JZ over there does have Blade Flurry. And of course I do get a Bladestorm here. That's also useful. Or it would be if I did not break it. So you can actually loot things while Bladestorming. You can loot things, but that only goes for corpses. You can't loot, say, graves. You would need a friend to loot the grave right next to your Bladestorm in that case. Otherwise, you just break it like I just did. Anyway, we're gonna keep chain pulling just like this. I've got a frost trap down because it is convenient to have a frost trap around. If someone else does happen to pull aggro for some reason, like our healer, then they can simply step away, and they do not have to waste too much time walking around. We're in a good spot right here for some melee weaving, or we were, and I did take advantage of that. We're gonna open this grave over here, that lonely grave. Nothing came out of it though, but there are some more mobs over here. 4 mobs actually. So we're gonna do a little bit more AOE. We're going to go into the dragon gun, straight into the dragon gun, rather than try for a proc at the moment. We're trying to pull fast here. We're trying to just get through it. So I don't really want to depend on RNG. I'm going to drop an explosive trap too, and I use the dragon gun first because I wanted to drop any aggro that the dragon gun may have produced. Unfortunately, we still do have aggro on something, but we can position them ideally for some dead zone shots and for some alternating of attacks, which allows us to effectively murder them and chain pull a bit more. We did get a Bladestorm here, but my healer is not bringing them in, unfortunately. So we totally missed that opportunity. I say you people, but most of these guys are my guildies. I'm just playing around. I love you guys. I'm not actually ticked or anything. Just you people. How dare you take away my Bladestorm? You know how I am. I'm just messing. We're down a zombie or 2. Well, we're about to be down 2. We're about to be down 3 actually. 2 of them are low. There goes the other 2. And this last target is the only one remaining. We're gonna keep pulling all along here. We got 1 zombie here. That's good. I'm just gonna sit on top of the grave. I'm not gonna pull anything. That's for our tank to do. And here he did. And you know, I pulled the graves in the last runs because I've got Cheetah, I can run around, I can toggle it off as needed, and the tank in the meantime, or whoever is tanking, can go ahead and focus on getting aggro on the mobs that are walking through the frost trap. But here, since we are chain pulling, we need to allow the tank to do it, because they're not going to walk anywhere. We're simply going to pull them, one after another. No shenanigans this time. Straight up grinding. And this is why this is such a great area of the instance to grind. You can chain pull pretty much endlessly, or you can AoE them down if you'd like, if you happen to have the right composition for it. And you'll go pretty quick either way. Especially with a druid with mana potions and innervate. You get innervate at level 40, so now's a great time. We just got a good dead zone shot off. That was very nice, very good. But that target's now dead, so we gotta position these 2 ideally. We can't have 2 in melee on us. That target at range is dead, so we'll just finish that one off in melee. Here we are in the next zombies, and actually the last zombies. I'm just gonna run around and pull the last ones. Those 3 are together now, so I can get the multi-shot off. Waiting just a little bit allowed us to get that third that third hit in with the multi-shot. And here's a Death Ray Smite on the lowest target to finish it off quickly, because that's how chain pulling works. You finish off one thing at a time, rather than splitting the damage. If you focus down one thing at a time, the healer has less to worry about, you can pull sooner, you know, that kind of thing. And my pants turned yellow at some point. My gear's been slowly breaking over the course of these runs because I've been out here for so long. But anyway, I think that's enough for today. So, it's been great to be here with you guys. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this run, make sure you drop a like down below, and share this video too, because the more the merrier. Like I said, leave a comment if you have any input to provide, and I'll keep my ears out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon down below so you never miss another upload, because that will give you notifications. Make sure you check the description for more links, skip list, etc. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!